He's the guy. When that tree starts to fall, give him a call. You like that?
Yeah, I did.
All right, Carlos McClintock. We're going to talk trees, but we're going to talk sports too.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing business with him. My good friend Dr. Wong, that partner of mine on Black and Gold Sunday, Greg Diolis. Pittsburgh, the convention center, they all know him. They all come to him. And when you want to meet the person behind the brand, he will be here as he is tonight for this Wednesday edition of your Pratt Pack at the David L. Lawrence Convention Center. So what have people been asking you about this year?
I mean, it's springtime, so a lot of people come up, they know, like, can you still maybe trim this oak tree? Or I might be, when they're down here, they're getting stuff done. So people come up like, I'm putting a pergola in, I got to get rid of this tree, or we're going to put a pool in. The guy said we got to get rid of this line of trees. So they come to us with like all different requests this time of year.
Well, the thing that I believe in more than ever, if you're going to do any spring cleanup project when it comes to your landscaping, you got to remove any of the dead wood. The trunks that should have been gone a long time ago, those stumps that are in the ground, and that tree that is leaning too much to the left or right, and before it crashes into your house, and all of the plans that you have for springtime and investing into your house to beautify it, you're going to be fixing the gutters, the downspout, the roof. So get it done now. So while you can, before all of the leaves return, now's the time to call Greater Pitt Tree Service, right?
Yeah, I mean, spring storms are coming. That's a good point. I think we touched on that last week on Sunday. Once the leaves get on the trees and we get these heavy storms, it causes a lot of resistance. So like right now without the leaves, a lot of time the wind can pass through, so get used to like it making it through the storms. But once spring comes and all the foliage is on there, it makes the branches a lot heavier, offers a lot more resistance that the wind can't pass through. So either keep them thinned out, with some spring trimming, maybe keep them reduced below the wing line, or if they're that threatening and you think, we call them house crushers, just get it out of there. Like, you didn't plan it, you can't be that attached to it. Your home's your main investment, and that's really what you want to secure.
And let me tell you something, you're going to want to dicker back and forth with price. You're going to want to get that deal. I understand it's an expense you didn't expect, but it's better to pay a few dollars now than have to pay that big expense later. But they also work with insurance companies too. So if you have an issue and maybe it's already fallen and it's already done the damage and you need help, he'll do it. He's even been known to walk across the fence and to talk to the people next door if the neighbors have to get involved, because they really care about the city, they care about this region. He is a Greenfield native, so he gets it. Nobody loves this city more than Carlos McClintock, and he'll be with me this Sunday on the radio, and he is here through Sunday at Al 700 on the first floor. Look him up. You'll never go wrong with Greater Pitt Tree Service. It's neighbor serving neighbor. Now, I did all of that just to get to this.
Yeah.
I've been all in on the Steelers this week. Patrick Queen coming in, great inside linebacker, something they need. Russell Wilson, we'll see. I wanted Justin Fields, but it seems like nobody wants him. Dante Jackson, a quarterback, comes in the Deontay Johnson trade from Carolina. We need that. I don't know about you. Everybody keeps talking about, is this a championship type of team? I just want them to be able to compete in the division, and I think they can at least compete in the division.
I don't know. If they were a championship team, they wouldn't have to do all those moves they just did. That's the way I see it. But, I mean, they got a shot. It's a great organization. That's, I think, the best thing about the Steelers is you have the organization behind the team, which, someone like, or a team like the Cleveland Browns, like their organization is like non-existent. So I don't know about the Russell Wilson. I like Deontay Johnson leaving because that play when there was an interception and he didn't block, like, as a Pittsburgher, like, that doesn't jive with me, dude. You play to the whistle and you sell out every play. You're taking a play off like that? Nah, not in Pittsburgh.
Listen, he's off to Carolina. If you think we've got problems, they got problems. But he at least now gives Bryce Young an opportunity to have somebody to throw to. I do believe the Steelers are going to be a better football team. They just need to get that center, and they're talking to some. They might take Frazier out of West Virginia in your draft. It's got Broderick Jones on one side going into his second year, and maybe Mims comes out of Georgia with that first-round selection, and who knows, maybe they trade up and get a wide receiver. But one thing the Steelers have been able to do, Carlos, they've always been able to find those great receivers like Pickens, of course, in that second round. So never, ever think the Steelers can't pull something off when it comes to making a big splash play in the draft when it comes to wide receivers. Going back to Swan and Stallworth, we've had some of the greatest wide receivers and like linebackers as well too. And we haven't had a really good inside linebacker since the hope of Ryan Shazier, obviously because of that tragic injury wasn't able to develop. Devin Bush never worked out. Just maybe Patrick Queen, who came into the league in the first round in 2020. He's young, he's under 25. Maybe he can really add to this defense. And when you've got Cam Hayward still playing at a high level, TJ Watt, Joey Porter ready to take the next step, Alex Highsmith, I like the defense, and I still think competition may make Kenny Pickett, someone we're all rooting for, step up and take the ball and run with it. But look, when you need to get a project done, Greater Pitt Tree Service, they're here at the home show through Sunday. He's on the radio with me after local news at 9 o'clock on Sunday. Every other Sunday.
St. Patty's Day.
St. Patty's
Let's
Day.
do it.
Dude, that's why he's wearing the green.
Yeah.
Every single Sunday, every other Sunday throughout the calendar year. Love what they do. They're all about helping. They're Greater Pitt Tree Service. Come down and say hello. You'll never go wrong with Carlos McClintock and his incredible crew. Back on the radio tonight after local news at 6 on KDKA. It's your Pat.